Hi boys and girls, this video is a really brief mini lesson for students on how to get on Seesaw and see your activities for the week. Okay, so if you're on the website or for the first time you open the app, you are going to click on the middle button where there's a girl and a boy and it says I'm a student. Then it's going to ask you for your code. Okay, don't pay attention to that. That was my daughter Seesaw. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like my name's Bridget and I'm in Mrs. Pendleton's class. Okay, all of you have a text code. I dojo those twice to your parents' dojo messages. So if you're not sure what your code is and it's not written down in a safe place, please ask your mom or your dad for that now. Okay, when you have your code, you just type it into here. Okay, that's my code for our student Bridget, which I made up. And once you have that, you just click go. Okay. When you get onto Seesaw, this is exactly what every boy and girl in Mrs. Pendleton's room will see. You'll see my little B at the top. It says Mrs. Pendleton's first grade. And then it has student because you're a student. Okay, there are tabs over here. There's an inbox, which is just messages or notifications. Like if I approved something or left you a comment, it should show up there. Or if I left a class announcement, it should also show up there. Okay, it says right now I have 3 inboxes. That means 3 messages or 3 announcements I need to look at. Activities are activities I assigned for the week on Seesaw. Those are your lessons, super important. Okay, and inside that little red bubble shows how many that you did not yet do. Okay, the journal tab just tells you, those are all the activities you already did and submitted. That means you saved them and turned them in to your teacher, to me, Mrs. Pendleton. Okay, so I'm Bridget. See, that's Bridget. Okay, this is my journal. So far, this is what I turned in. Okay, I did this, and yes, Mrs. Pendleton pretended like she was an actual first grader and did this. Okay, I did that for my fun week. Okay, get out of it. All right, anytime I leave a like or a comment, you'll see the heart and you'll see Brittany Pendleton. And I liked my own fake students thing there. So just to show you that that's what it looks like when I like something of yours. And if I share a comment about anything, it'll come up right here. Here's something else I already did. I did the bunny activity last week. Okay, the week of April 6th, draw a bunny. That was Bridget's bunny, which is me. Okay, and there I uploaded a picture of myself with the apple. That was the extra art lesson for last week. Okay, and that's all I turned in so far. So that's all that's in my journal. So I'm going to X out of my journal, and I'm going to look at all my activities I didn't do yet. Okay, so the first thing that's up here on this week is all of your science activities for Mrs. B. Miller. Anytime I put a specials subject, that's also going to include guidance from Mrs. DeBrois. Okay, any of her guidance activities, anything from cell, science, art, gym, music, all of that stuff. It's going to show up on activities, but it's not going to have like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to say week of, and then the dates that you have to do the assignment. That means that you can do science anytime throughout the week. But if you're not sure, if you want to be more organized and you want me to tell you exactly which day to do it on, I have little folders here at the bottom. Okay, the folders will say 1 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 3 Wednesday, or this one says 4 Thursday in all uppercase letters. And it will, there's also one that says 5 extras where I put your extra credit, like fun stuff for the week. Okay, and I think I have a 6 specials. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I do not have one for specials. So there's just 5 folders, and it's going to tell you at the bottom, if it's Monday, it's going to be 1 Monday. This one has a 4 and Thursday, which means that you can wait until Thursday to do your science lesson. Okay, if you want to work ahead and you have extra time on Tuesday afternoon and you have the iPad all to yourself all day, or you have your computer at your house all to yourself, it's nice and quiet, and you want to work ahead and do some of your specials for the whole week, that's okay too. But keep in mind, we have 8 specials lessons, well, 6 specials classes and guidance. Okay, so this week it was 8 special lessons that you had to do. So I tried to break it into 2 for every day. 2 Monday, 2 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday, and 2 Thursday to make it easy. Okay, you don't have to follow this order, but if you wanted to know which day, just look at that little folder icon at the bottom. Okay, so here are the other specials. Here's music, and I actually, of course, music special, so I put week of 4/13, which is April 13th to April 17th, music number 3. Okay, that means that was your 3rd music for this week. Okay, and I made the music, that music activity was Wednesday. Then here's another weekly music assignment, music number 2. Visit our SLAC music room. Notice I also put this music activity for Wednesday, so I kept all 3 music activities for Wednesday. Okay, here is your first music activity, week of April 13th to April 17th, music rhythm activity, Lucy Lockett. And that was a Wednesday. Again, you don't have to do it Wednesday. As long as it's done before the weekend, that's fine. Okay, then you had your guidance lesson, which was a bug and a wish, which you boys and girls are doing a fabulous job on so far. Okay, there's the instructions. I assigned that one for Tuesday. This is your cell lesson, which is for the same week, this past week, this week right now that I'm making the video, April 13th to April 17th, cell dining etiquette. So etiquette's like using your manners, and it's like the proper way to eat dinner. Okay, and again, I made that one on Tuesday with your guidance lesson. And then Monday's special, or the first special activity you had, was PE, which is physical education or gym, and it was the cup stacking challenge. So I put that in a Monday folder, but again, they're up here all week. And then the last specials you had this week was the week of April 13th to April 17th, art, and it was the color wheel review, where you had to click on this blue link to watch a video, then read Mrs. Jurick's instructions. And then whenever you're done, she wants you to respond. You hit add response, or sometimes there'll be a little template here for you to use to respond, and you would touch or click on that. Okay, I made that Monday. But at the very bottom, for some reason, these do not go in order, boys and girls. So at the very bottom, all of the important lessons for the week showed up. Okay, I did not mean for that to happen, and I'm sorry if it confused you. So if you actually scroll the whole way down to the bottom, look at all those important lessons that me, Bridget, look what all I missed this week. Wow. Okay, so the very bottom was the first thing Mrs. Pendleton put for the week, and it was last weekend. I shared this in the extras folder. Okay, if it says extras at the bottom, that means that it's not something you must do. It's not I have to do it lesson, or it's not required. It's just like an extra credit if you want to have extra fun or extra practice. Okay, so it was read and respond to the day the crayons quit. Okay, and then, oh no, here almost it's a clear bottom. If you look at my little scroll bar, I'm almost at the bottom of my screen, boys and girls. So here, almost at the bottom, you can actually see my Monday lesson. It says Monday 4/13/20, which is April 13th, 2020, how Martha saved her parents from green beans. Oh, so me, Bridget, I missed that. So I would have to go back. Oh, sorry, I did not mean to open that. I want to make sure every time I get on to my activities that I did not do for the week, I scroll down to the bottom to see what the title of each one says. Because I always write the date that I want you to do the assignment. You don't have to do it that day, but you should if you can. Okay? And make sure you're not missing any important reading or writing. So if you start at the top where all the specials are, you're doing like a lot of the fun specials classes, but you're missing a lot of the really super important core subjects, like your Monday reading lesson. Okay? Then you'll see, oh, there's Tuesday, April 14, 2020, Part 1, Haggerty Lesson 23. Okay, and there's another Literacy Tuesday, April 14, 2020, Part 2. Okay, that means it's your second lesson for Tuesday for literacy. And this was your Unit 5, Week 2 sight words. Okay, and there's Wednesday's reading, A Bird Named Fern, which was your shared reading. Lit, which is reading and writing. Thursday, April 16, 2020, Part 1, Haggerty. There's another Thursday literacy. Okay, see it says Thursday. April 16th, Unit 5, Week 2 spelling word. So this is a spelling practice and activity. Then I have the math. Okay, this is Math Thursday. So I'm going to want to go back and make sure I did math on Monday. And no, oh, look at that. My student Bridget did not do her math this week. So she was too busy doing the stuff at the top, all the specials, and she totally missed the math for Monday and the reading. Okay, so please make sure you're paying close attention to your headings or your titles of your lessons. And if you want to stay organized and do exactly what you're supposed to each day, then just do the Monday for the ones that say Monday. Okay, if it says Part 1, you do this one, Monday, April 13th, 2020, Part 1, before you do the Monday, April 13th, 2020, Part 2. Okay, so try to go in order that way. Don't go in order from like top to bottom. Go in order by the day of the week and the date and Part 1 before Part 2. Okay, I think Monday's math lesson was the only one that had 2 parts. Yeah, there's Tuesday's math. It's a base 10 exchange game. Wednesdays was basketball. I think some of you had trouble with this one. Thursdays was place value, 10s and 1s. Okay, then you have all your reading here at the bottom. So you'll want to go in order and say, oh, okay, Monday's reading is first. How Martha saved from green beans. I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I want to show you one more thing before we go. Always read the directions first. Okay, so look at the title and then the directions. And sometimes if you see play instructions, it's the teacher's voice recording the instructions to tell you exactly what to do. So let's listen.
Click Add. Watch the video to listen to the story. Complete the story responses using the templates or take a picture of your responses and upload them. Don't forget to reread your sentences to check for mistakes. Click the check when you are done to submit your work.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is watch the video and listen to the story. So anytime a teacher posts a video, it's either going to be right here or it's going to have a link, which means it's going to be in blue and it's going to be underlined and you'll be able to touch or click on it. Okay, I wish I had a link to show you what it looks like, but anyway. Okay. So this one doesn't have a link. It's just right here in the box as the play button. So we're going to watch and listen to the story first. I'm not going to make you listen to the whole thing again.
Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a story called How Martha Saved Her Parents from Green Beans.
Okay.
Today we're going to
fast forward. Let's pretend like you are getting close to the end. Oh, okay, there, your story's over. So whenever your Seesaw video is done, when the read aloud's over, sometimes it'll open YouTube, sometimes it'll open this. If it opens a new window, you just hit the X and X out of it. If it actually takes you on the YouTube page, you should hit the back button to go back to Seesaw. Or if it opens a new window, you would just go back to your Seesaw window, okay, when it's done. So there, we did the first thing. We watched the video, listen to the story. Complete the story using the templates or take a picture of your responses and upload them. Okay, so I always watch the video here before I click add response, but you don't have to. When you go into add response, it'll ask you if you want to see the directions again. So, oh wait, I opened this and I totally forget what to do or I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, what did Mrs. Gear say we had to do? You can always hit view instructions again and your Seesaw instructions will pop back open. The story will be there or the link will be there if you want to listen to a part of it again to use your book to help you. You can also hit the play button if it's available to play the directions if you forget what to do. Okay, so that will stay there on the student template for as long as you need it until you're done. Okay, so this week's first writing or response to reading lesson was to draw and label the main character from the story, add details to your picture to show the setting tool. Okay, so in this box, you're going to draw a picture of your main character. You can even write her name. And then up here it says problem. What was Martha's problem? Solution at the bottom. How did Martha solve her problem? Okay, so there are several ways that you can respond on the template. If you want to record your voice, do not hit the microphone until you're done writing or drawing on here. Because once you hit that microphone, it'll take away everything you did if you don't save it. Okay, so always wait till last for your microphone. Like if you do the microphone first, you're not going to be able to do anything else. Okay? Oh, and I wouldn't even be able to do that. So to draw, you can choose your little tools at the bottom. If they don't pop up for you on your device, then tap your screen and these little menu circle buttons should pop up. You can hit the T for text. That'll help you type. Okay. So let's say I wanted to leave Martha's name. I could type right into the box. Okay, so say I want to draw next. You can choose which tool here you want to draw. And you can move this, move this up and down to choose your colors. Okay, so there's Martha's head, her lips, eyes, little nose. Okay, my Martha's not that cute, but whatever. All right, so you can do it that way. And you can either use the T to text your answer to the question just like that. So say the problem, and I'm not going to type the whole thing out because I just want to show you how to work it. So after you're done typing, you can tap or click over here on the side of the paper somewhere. And you can actually move this box where you want. You have to keep your finger or your little screen here until you see the, oh, there it was, I missed it. Yeah, the little 4 arrows that point in all directions. Sorry, kind of looks like a compass. Okay, when you see that, that means you're able to move the whole thing. So I can just move it there if I want it to go there. I can do the same thing for problem, or you can choose a pencil and you can actually write right on here. If you're using a smartphone at home or a tablet with like a small screen, it might be hard to do that. You can actually click this to zoom in and make it as big as you want. Okay, to make it bigger, to make it easier for you to write with your finger. Or another thing that you can do, okay, another thing that you can do is you can actually, boys and girls, you can actually do it on a separate piece of paper, like a notebook paper at home, and then upload your photo. And to do that, if you, let's pretend like you wrote on a separate sheet of paper, you drew Martha, you wrote the problem in the story was, blah, 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 blah. How did Martha solve her problem? Martha finally tried green beans at the end. Okay, so let's say you did it on a piece of paper at home and you want to take a picture of that. Just click the camera and it will give you a choice, either photo or upload. Sometimes if you're using an iPad or a tablet, a whole bunch of choices will pop up on the screen. Like you'll see the T, the microphone, you'll see the photo, the upload. So if you need to take a picture of your writing right then and there, you would click photo and it pulls up a live camera. Okay, and you could just take a picture. If you have a photo already saved on your computer at home or your tablet or your phone's camera roll, no, I don't want to do that. Okay. You can go to upload, or you can touch the cloud and the arrow button, hit upload, and it will ask you where you're going to get the file from. So if you're on a computer, something like this will pop up. If you are on your parents' smartphone or a tablet, at the top, after you click on the, after you hit upload and touch the little cloud icon, the first thing that'll come up will say like photos or camera roll, and that's what you would choose. And then your parents or your tablet's pictures, the camera pictures that are already saved, will actually pop up, and you just touch the ones you want. Okay, so you can do it that way too. When you're done or you think you're done, just look over here on the side and make sure there's nothing else. And look, there's a page 2. Okay, so I have to go back and do page 2. I didn't do page 2 yet. So let's pretend like I did it on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, so I don't want to type. I don't want to write it on there. I just want to upload a picture of it from my notebook at home. Remember how to do that? Click camera. You can either take a photo of your writing or you can upload it if you already have the picture saved on your tablet or your smartphone. Okay. And then if you're all done, if you want to go back and read Mrs. Pendleton, your text to self connection, after you're done with the activity. So after, let's just pretend like you did all this wonderful writing. This is not wonderful writing, by the way. Don't ever do scribble scrabbles for me, please. But let's pretend like it's nice writing and I'm all done. I answered the question, I made the connections, and now I want to go back and read my connections to my teacher. That's when you hit the microphone button, okay? This should be the last thing that you do on your template, not the first thing. Okay, so. Oh, and mine's not going to work on my internet browser, of course. Okay, if you're using a tablet, it might or might not work. If you're using an iPad, it should work. You should have this option available. Okay, I cannot use it on Edge, so I would have to go into, what is it? This thing, right? Google. Okay, so parents, note for you, it works best on Google Chrome or Firefox, okay? So a lot of the video, camera, and microphone features are not available on, what is this? I'm on Edge, Microsoft Edge. Okay, so if you're using Microsoft Internet Browser at home, you might want to download Firefox or Chrome to get it to work, okay? Which is also why, like, some devices, like older tablets and Kindle Fires, don't really work with all of the tools here on Seesaw. So in that case, you would have to actually go into an internet browser like Google Chrome here, or you would have to go into Firefox, and you can go to the website app.seesawme, and that should pull up the website, and you can do it in the internet browser, like just like you would on a computer, if the app is giving you trouble. Okay, so I'm not able to use that feature, but if I was on my iPad, I would be able to record using the microphone, but I want to wait till the last thing I do is record the voice. Okay, that should be last. Then when you're all done, do not click this. Never click the X. Always look for the green check mark, which should be on the top right, and that automatically uploads your response, okay, into your journal. And then once you hit that green check mark, it's going to say waiting for teacher approval. That's when I get my messages. Mine pop up over here too, and it will say you have this many things to approve. And then I'll go back and I'll approve it, and then it will stay right here on your journal, along with any comments or any likes that I give, okay? If I didn't see it yet, it's going to say waiting for teacher approval at the top. If I did see it, you should get a notification or a message over here telling you. Okay, so that is how Seesaw works, boys and girls. That's how to use your different tools. Sometimes if you're having problems and it won't let you use the camera or the microphone, you know that you can type in the website .seesaw.me. And you also know that you want to use Google Chrome or Firefox. The regular blue internet, the Microsoft right here with the E, does not work with all the tools on Seesaw. Okay, and it's the same thing with some of the iPads versus tablets versus Kindle Fires. It works better on some things than others, okay? So that's it. So your journal is anything that you submitted to your teacher or anything that your teacher already approved and that you've completed. Activities are the things that you did not do yet for the week. And Mrs. Pendleton changes these every weekend. So you'll have last week's activities. You'll have all week to do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and all your specials and extras. And then they'll change on to the next week. Okay, so usually by Sunday, I should have all your math and reading by Sunday and your specials too. Okay. And then if you have any messages or if I have an announcement, they'll be in your inbox, okay? And this is where I usually post all my morning messages for each of you. Okay, so here's where Mrs. Pendleton posted all her morning messages or afternoon messages for each day this week. Okay. So that is a quick video tutorial on how to use Seesaw. If you do have trouble, tell your parents to send me a dojo message and I can try to find a time that works for me to call or Zoom you so that I can, if we're using Zoom, I can actually like FaceTime or video chat with you. I can actually pull up my screen and show you what to do to see what you're having trouble with. If you're having trouble with the templates because they're too small for you to write with your finger, it's completely okay to upload a picture of your work. And if it's the app that's not letting you use any of the tools, just make sure you go into an internet browser that's not Microsoft. You'd have to go into, like this one's Google Chrome. You'd want to use that one or a Firefox. And you would want to just type in app.seesawme and log into Seesaw that way. So all of your tools should be available for you to use. If there's anything else I can help you with, have your parents send me a quick dojo message and I'll do anything I can to help. Also, if I ever have a live class meeting, a Zoom meeting on Fridays, they'll be Fridays at 2, and I will always send you an invitation the day before. Okay, we will have a Zoom meeting. Our next one will be, today's April 16th, so our next one will be tomorrow, April 17th. So stay tuned for a message on Seesaw, and your parents will get a message on Dojo about tomorrow's Zoom meeting. Okay, I will not have Zoom meetings every Friday, and they're not things that you absolutely have to do, but they'll be your chance to ask me any questions and for me to help you live while I can see you on the screen. And it's just a chance for our class to talk and share about anything new or exciting going on in our lives or to ask me any questions. And just because I miss your smiling little faces. All right, I love you all. Bye.